warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Puan Ayu okey ke di sana?
Okey. Alhamdulillah. Okey. Berdengar suara saya kan?
Okey. So kalau dah kita pun penceramah telah bersedia dan telah ada dalam sesi ini bersama-sama kita. So bolehlah saya mulakan kita punya sesi pada pagi ini, insya-Allah. Okey, terima kasih atas kehadiran pada pagi ini. Okey, insya-Allah pada pagi ini kita akan bersama dalam sesi webinar bertajuk The Complete Guide for Academicians, Prime and UiTM Expert, anjuran ILD UiTM Cawangan Kedah. So sebelum memulakan sesi, kiranya kita memulakan majlis kita dengan umul kita Al-Fatihah. Okey. Perkenalkan diri saya Puan Noor Abdullah, pusakawan kanan selaku koordinator PAN di UiTM Cawangan Kedah. Akan bersama-sama anda pada pagi ini sebagai moderator kita. Pada pagi ini topik yang akan kita sentuh iaitu berkaitan dengan PRIME yang mana melibatkan bahagian publication serta sedikit berkaitan dengan UiTM Expert. So bersama-sama kita adalah penceramah yang akan saya kenalkan kepada para yang hadir, iaitu Puan Siti Rohayu, pusakawan kanan di Perpustakaan Tun Abdul Razak yang memegang tanggungjawab sebagai penyelaras PRIME IKAR bagi seluruh sistem perpustakaan UiTM. So, beliau sangat berpengalaman dalam mengendalikan serta mengurus hal-hal berkaitan penerbitan melalui fasa-fasa terdahulu iaitu Prisma dan seterusnya kini Prime. Okay. Beliau juga menjadi rujukan daripada pihak kami koordinator di seluruh sistem cawangan UiTM berkaitan hal-hal ini secara khususnya. Maka tanpa membuang masa, saya ingin menjemput Puan Siti Rohayu Mohamad Yusof bagi menyampaikan perkongsian beliau pada pagi ini. So dipersilakan Puan Ayu.
Okay, terima kasih. Thank you so much to my colleagues in UiTM Kedah. Alright, Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to all of researcher in UiTM Kedah. Alright, so I think this is the second time that we organize this taklimat untuk Prime. Alright, so for this second time in this year, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, so I will take this opportunity and I hope all researcher in UiTM Kedah also will take this opportunity to learn and to ask any questions. If you have any question, if you have any opinions, anything that you want to ask about publication module in Prime, and also di sini Puan Azlin ada add mengenai dengan UiTM Expert, right? So Peter will explain to you apa peranan kita dalam UiTM Expert, alright? So UiTM Expert and Prime actually is both kedua-dua sistem ni adalah hak milik kepada Research Management Center iaitu RMC. So we are going to explain to you apakah peranan-peranan kita lah di dalam kedua-dua sistem ni. Alright. So for the first one, I would like to stress more on Prime. Okay, especially the publication module. Alright. So for your information, okay, I will start to share my slide. Alright. So as you can see, at my screen right now, all right, so this is Prime. So I hope that everybody in UiTM Kedah already know how to access to Prime. All right, it's very easy. You are using your ID and the same password with Prisma previously. All right, and also if you have any difficulties in accessing this Prime, definitely you need to make your aduan to units lah. As you can see here, go to units.uitm.edu.my. If you have any problem, especially regarding to your password and everything. All right, so definitely you need to solve that problem first, then only you can access to Prime. All right, so as you can see, there's 4 main modules here. All right, the 4 main modules here, but the 4 main modules here is a different honor. All right, it's the different honor. All right, for grant management, if you have any questions or problems regarding to grants, definitely this one you need to contact to RMC directly. I cannot answer any question related to grant management. All right, and also Azlin in UiTM Kedah. All right, so any coordinator also, we don't have any information or we don't have the authority to this module. All right, so for IP management is Bitcom, if I'm not mistaken. All right, Bitcom, and also star rating is for the person in charge is ICANN. All right, so these two modules, all right, so it is out of my control, it's out of my coordinator's control, so we are only can control publication modules. So I hope this one is very clear already, because we got so many questions from the teachers saying that Puan Rohayu, can you answer, you can ask you about the grant management. All right, so and also we received a few emails related to IP and also star rating. All right, so the first thing that you need to do to identify the owner of these modules, it's not going to be the same, it's a different person. All right, a different person who in charge each modules. All right, so publication modules. All right, so when you click publication modules, definitely you are going to see this part. All right, you can only see this part, the publication details here. All right, you have new publication, my publication, and written publication. All right, you cannot see this one. All right, so the administrative part you cannot see. All right, so you don't have to worry if you didn't have this part now. All right, so as you can see, once I still need to repeat this section because of we received so many questions from the researcher related to what we are going to do with the dashboard and what the dashboard whatever that information that you can have in dashboard. All right, so before that, I would like to just to remind you about the a few things that very important. All right, because of every time I did my taklimat, of course I need to stress more on this information so that you can understand and better about how publication module works. All right, so first of all, you need to understand, so everything that you register in publication modules, all right, is going to be verified within 14 days. All right, dalam masa 14 hari bekerja. All right, that's the first thing that you need to understand. All right, so but I'm not saying that after 14 days then only it can be verified. All right, but if you have for example situations that it require verification as soon as possible by the coordinator, you can contact Azlin. All right, no problems. All right, sometimes it related to your kenaikan pangkat and also related to sometimes you are permohonan untuk anugerah dan sebagainya, anything that require your publication to be verified as soon as possible, definitely we are going to help you. All right, so selain daripada itu, definitely perlulah menunggu dalam masa 14 hari bekerja. Alright, so we with 41 coordinator from all over UiTM will try to verify your publication as soon as possible. Alright, so we are not going to wait until the day 15 or day 16 that only we can verify. All right, we have notifications also. We coordinator, we have notification if we find out that that publication is more than 14 days, definitely the system will alert the coordinators. All right, so you don't have to worry. All right. And also the things that I want to highlight that stated in Pekeliling Naik Chancellor Bilangan 3 2021 is about all the publication within this year, all right, from January until November, you need to register as soon as possible. All right, I believe that, you know, right, next month or within these 2 months, I mean, like October and November is going to be a busy um, orang kata dengan Prime and MyATP, right? So I hope that we are going to work together so that we can verify your publication as soon as possible, and also we need your cooperations to make sure that all the publication within this year you already registered in Prime, so that it can be automatically appear in your MyATP. All right. So what? Okay. Regarding MyATP, also we are not the right person to talk about MyATP because it belongs to other honor, which is bahagian hal ehwal akademik. Alright, so it's a different system with the different honor, so we don't have any authority or any, I cannot say anything that more about MyATP. Alright, so the common questions that we receive from the researcher regarding MyATP is, why is it my publication is not appear in MyATP? Because in MyATP, maybe some of you remember, when that publication it is not appeared in MyATP, you can there's notifications under your MyATP saying that it's going to refer to Prime. Is it right? Correct. So what we can do in Prime, Azlin will double check your publications to see whether that publication is already verified or not. All right. So Azlin will double check the publication to see that if that publication is already verified, then it is still not appear in MyATP, then you need to make your aduan in units so that MyATP will take an actions. All right. So because in Prime we've done our part already. All right. So we've done our part already by double check your publication in Prime. All right. So you need to remember, because of Prime is a repository. It's a repository system. Okay, we dump everything here. You can register everything here. All right, you can register everything here, but we have our own requirement. All right, we have our own requirement. All right, and then we definitely will serve our own requirement. And also MyATP, they have their own requirement. All right, they just extract the data from the Prime. They extract the data from Prime, and then they will, how they manipulate or they categorize all the data, it will refer to their requirement. So I hope that one you understand already. All right. So because sometimes we receive so many questions from researchers saying that, why Puan Rohayu, why is it this title is in reference journal? Why is it that publication it is not belongs to high index journal? That one is you need to refer to MyATP because they set a thought for that particular requirement. All right, so the one that I can share with you is high index journal. I believe that they extract only Q1 and Q2 publication. Q1 from Q1 and Q2 journal. All right, so other than that, we're going to be somewhere else in that particular in MyATP lah. Contohnya ada reference journals and everything. Alright, so why is it they categorize like that? If saya difahamkan, they are going to follow the borang kenaikan pangkat. Alright, so that's how they categorize and it follows their requirements. Alright, in Prime, we just have to make sure that you register that publication, and then all the publications data are true. Then my coordinator definitely will verify all the publications. All right. Okay. I hope that part is very clear already. All right. So because we still receive a question from the researcher that they do not understand how primes work, how MyATP work, and also a few system in UiTM that extract data from Prime. Okay. All right. Going back to Prime. All right. As you can see on my screen right now, this is a dashboard. All right, dashboard is it's like a summarize to whatever publication that you already registered. All right, so it's very easy. They are going to provide you with a set of what we call this, a graph, all right, so that you can see how many journals that is already published, and also you can see the status. As you can see here on my right side, all right, the box in color, the verified, pending, written, and registered, all right. So you can see in the green box how many publications is already verified, and also maybe you have pendings. Pendings meaning that publication, it is not verified yet by coordinator, still in coordinator's state ni lah, untuk tindakan coordinator. Alright, and then the purple color is the written for correction. Alright, so until yesterday, I still receive emails from the researcher regarding written for correction. All right, so written for corrections is given by coordinator to researcher together with the remarks. All right, together with the, I will show you after this how we written your publication. Why is it we written your publication? All right, when you receive written publication, there's two ways that you can notice whether your publication is written by coordinator. The first one, you get the email notification. Sorry. All right, so let me share with you the email notification. As you can see here. All right, so as you can see in my screen right now, this is the example of the email notifications that be given to you. All right, so if you did not alert this notification in your emails, you can directly open your Prime. Okay, you can directly open your Prime, and also you can see here. All right, written publication. So you can click and then you can see the written publication given by coordinator. Okay, so how to take an action, I will show you after this. Okay, back to the dash. All right, so you can see personal details here. All right, so we need cooperation from all of you to fill up any IDs that related that you have, so that we can have all the IDs, and also we can have the information for this particular profile, so so that we can keep all the profiles and IDs lah, right? So regarding your profiles and your IDs also, I will explain to you later, because it is related to UiTM expert, especially the H index part. All right, so because also we receive so many other ones, and I mean like questions from the researcher regarding your H index in your expert UiTM. Oh, okay, we are going to that part later. All right. So for now, we don't have any questions, right? Let me see.
Ya, belum ada soalan lagi.
Oh, ada soalan. Okay, sekejap. Okay. Okay, get back to publication module. All right. So as you can see here, all right, this part, new publications, my publications, and written publications. All right. So you have these three main menus in your publication. All right. So it's very easy. The new publications are divided into two sections only. All right, into two sections only. It's quite similar from the Prisma previously. but we improve a lot, especially the publication details that you need to provide to us. All right, and also there's a pop-up menu, and then also we improve in terms of the, what we call that. Later I will explain to you. All right. So index publications. Okay, index publication, although maybe some of you already know, when we talk about index publications, definitely is going to be from these 4 platforms only. All right, Scopus, Web of Science, Masa, and Era. Whoever get published, get index. It's not get, it's just get published. Get index. Definitely must get index in this platform, can only register in index publications. As simple as that. All right. So do you believe that some of the, we still receive question from researchers saying that, and also we receive a registration from the researcher in the URL menu. The researcher remarks to the coordinator saying that this publication, it is not indexed yet in Scopus. This publication is going to be indexed later. All right, okay, all right. So we don't want to receive this kind of remarks by a researcher, because of definitely for URL is a must. URL that directly show to your publications. All right, so we don't want any link that related to journal. Yes, we know that particular journal, yes, it is indexed in that, for example, in Scopus, but we need your publication. We need an evidence to say your publication is already indexed in Web of Science Scopus. Okay, this is the consequences that I want to share with all of you. All right, maybe some of you say, ala Puan Rohayu, Puan Azlin, that particular journal is already indexed. It's Q1, you know, it's P1 in Web of Science. Why is it so complicated that you still want us to provide you with the URL and so on? And then my publication is going to be indexed later. All right, so this is what explanation that I need to do. All right, so because Prime, all the data in Prime are going to be used by different system in UiTM, and also we serve for Myra. All right, so sorry, I do water break here. And also, when we talk about Myra, audit Myra, definitely we are going to provide with samples. All right, so in Myra, there's a requirement for the sample. All right, the sample definitely kalau index publication memerlukan URL. All right, so if your publication is selected as a sample, and then they find out that it is not indexed yet, all right, both of us akan kena lah. All right, so akan kena search lah, and then Puan Azlin or me myself akan dikatakan verified publication yang tidak benar lah. It is not indexed yet. Why you verify as a indexed publication? So, and also researcher pun akan kena lah. That's why we don't want to provide any untrue data. Definitely, if your publication, this is what that we can do to help you, right? So if you already publish, all right, and then you waiting to be indexed, all right, your publication are going to be indexed soon, all right? So what we can do is you can directly register under other publication first, all right? So any publication that we register in other publication, anytime you can upgrade later. All right, so once you find out that yes, it's already indexed in Scopus, you can upgrade from the other publication to index publication. It's just that in Prime, it's not going to be the same with Prisma in terms of as you remember, Prisma you can claim different platform. If that publication it is indexed in Scopus, yes, you provide the URL for Scopus, and then you can also provide, you can declare whether your publication is already indexed in WAS. Yes, you can provide us with the URL WAS. But the thing is, in Prime, you can only register for one title, one platform. All right. If your publication, for example, now is proceeding paper, then now is already published in journal, you can upgrade from proceeding paper. You need to change the category. So what you can do is to change the category. And when to change the category, you need to contact to Azlin. So, or any coordinator. All right. Because only coordinator can revert your publication to draft. Okay. Why is it your publication? Okay, we are talking about the verified publication. All right. For example, you register proceeding paper is already verified by coordinator. All right. So how you want to upgrade? How you want to upgrade? For example, it is already published in journal, or it is published in journal that indexed in WAS, for example. So what we can do is you can contact our respective coordinator, and then coordinator will revert to draft. So you can see also. All right. So the action menu here. All right. So coordinator will revert to draft, and it will be in draft status in draft again. So what you can do is after you receive your draft, all right. So you just click that publication, and then you just change the category. For example, you can change the tag, and then you can change the category, you can change the URL or any informations here. All right. So any informations, any data that you change need to be verified again by coordinator. All right. So it need to be verified again. That's why everything that you edit here, you need to click update, declare, and submit again verification. So from the draft, it will change to pending, waiting for verification. So Azlin will take an action to verify your publication, for example, from proceeding to journal as a journal. All right. So now it is a journal. It's a journal's publications, for example. All right. So no problem, because we still receive from the emails and calls from the researcher. Rohayu, why can't I just maintain my proceeding paper and then I register a new one, that one as a journal? All right. So in Prime, we don't allow that. All right. So we don't want to have any duplication title. All right. So definitely you need to maintain the highest one. All right. The best one. All right. You need to choose the best one. For example, if your publication it is indexed in Scopus and also it is indexed in Web Science, so you need to choose whether you want to choose Scopus or you want to choose Web of Science. Usually, we are going to advise you to choose Web of Science if that particular journal ada kuartal lah, ada consist of kuartal Q1, Q2, Q3 or Q4. Alright, that's why we always advise researcher to change or to choose the best one. You choose the best one. All right. So definitely, you cannot maintain different category with the same title. All right. So I hope the one is very clear already, because this is the penetapan yang telah ditetapkan di dalam sistem Prime. All right. So any suggestions, any opinions, you can directly contact RMC for any penambahbaikan. All right. So we coordinator, we learn case by case actually. All right. We still learn on how to operate with Prime, for example, because our Prime is just a few months. All right. So it just gives I can say that each and every time we do something in Prime, dia akan mematangkan sistem ini. So help us to mematangkan sistem Prime. Alright, so we hope that this year, by next year, is going to be a comprehensive repository system for publication for UiTM. Okay. All right. So going back to index publications. Okay, you can stop me in the middle of my presentation if you have any questions, or you can type to the chat box. Later, I will answer all your questions, or Azlin will help you to answer all the questions. Okay. All right. So now index publication, as I mentioned just now. All right. So regarding to title, all right, please make sure you are not going to enter more than one title, meaning like similar title. All right. So if you have, all right, because this one is just previously I received an email from the researcher saying that, Puan Ayu, my publication, my book, the title is the same with the one that is already existing in Prime, but this is my book, all right, with different author and then also with different publication. It's just that the title is similar. All right, so don't have to worry. All right, because in Prime, this screen kita dah block any similarities. So what you can do is a little trick that I want all of you to know on how to use the little trick. All right, for example, you have similar title. Okay, for example, human nature. All right, so all right, check similarities. All right, so for example, the result is your publication has 0 with the existing record. All right, this one no problem. But if you the result is your publication title has 90% similarities, that's why the system won't allow you to register that publications. All right, so what you can do is, okay, I always told this one to all the researchers. The first thing that you need to check is whether the existing records all right, is referring to your publications. All right, sometimes whoever registered that publication did not declare you as one of the authors. Right, this is happen quite a lot. All right, so sometimes they register nama dia saja, dia tak register all the other co-authors. All right, so this is what happen lah, yang selalu yang terjadi. All right, maybe some of you kata, Puan Rohayu, I already checked. My friend said they already registered that publication in Prime, but the thing is that title is not. It is not in my Prime. Why is it happen? So when we check that, we find out that her name is not included. It is not declared in that publication. So what we can do is to add authors. Okay, I will explain to you more on add authors later. All right. So whoever responsible to register any publications in Prime, please make sure that you declare each and every single author. All right, so when we talk about author, I will explain you later. All right, there's things that I want to explain to all of you all about author. All right. Okay, so if you find out that there's similarities, just take a few, just add a few words. All right, it's just that to make sure that the system will allow you to register. Okay, so just add a few words first, and then in the publication detail, you can delete that part. All right, then you can have the human nature only. All right, now I do a little trick to make sure that it can be registered. So I just add a few words, and then in the publication part, after I proceed, I can delete the a few words that I already put in the first screen. All right, but you have to make sure that it is a different publications with a different author and everything. All right, so that's why I already told you the first one that you need to check is to make sure that whoever register he or she will declare you as one of the author. All right. So I click proceed. When I click proceed, this is what happened. All right. Index publication. Okay. For example, Web of Science. All right. The category. All right. When we talk about category, okay, we believe that in Scopus, in Web of Science, there's a lot of categories, right? All right. There's a lot of categories, especially, all right, when I did my talk with dentistry last week, all right, in Singapore, in dentistry, they have a lot of researcher in dentistry. They did a lot of reviews, right? So, and then also the reviews is indexed in Scopus and Web of Science, for example. So the thing is, for Prime, they only recognize these 4 types of categories only. So other than that, you cannot register. All right. So other than that, well, you can register under other publications lah. Right. But usually review tidak direcognize lah, tidak diangkat untuk menjadi publication yang layak untuk dimasukkan dalam sistem Prime. Alright. Okay. So because of that, these 4 category only yang dibenarkan untuk mendaftar, which is journals, proceeding, research book, chapter in research book only. Okay, so after you choose the category, okay, then will pop up a set of publication details that you need to fill up. Some of them is mandatory, some of them it is not mandatory. So what we improve in Prime is any mandatory fields that you did not fill up, definitely the system will block you and then they would allow you to continue to the next process. That's why by hook or by crook, definitely you need to provide us with the data, with the information, then only you can proceed to the next process before you can complete to submit for verifications. Okay? All right. It's very straightforward here, the humanitarian. Remember, just now I already teach you on how to do a little trick. If you have a same publication, you can do some editing. You can change from in this part actually. All right, the article's name, the journal's name. Okay, ISBN. When we talk about index publications, definitely is going to be a registration number, ISBN or ISSN. All right, so no question this one. All right, no questions. And also volume, it is not compulsory. Issue, all right, page number is compulsory. Before that, I need to open to Web of Science and Scopus. All right, when we talk about Web of Science and Scopus, still we receive a wrong URL from the researcher. All right, so sometimes some of you did not know how to access to Scopus and Web of Science, where to access actually. All right, so where to access, very, very easy. Go to the library website. All right, there's just 2 ways that you can go to the Scopus or Web of Science. All right, so let me just show you one more time. All right, you cannot just type Scopus from here. You cannot use this one. No, you cannot use this one. This is not under subscriptions. All right, so I cannot use this one. You cannot accept this one. All right, so you must go through the library website. All right, so this one is very easy. Anytime, anywhere, it just need internet connections. All right, whether you can straightly go to our collections. All right, go to online database. And then you can select under S or under W and then go for Scopus. Very easy. All right, very easy. Okay, because you are not, it requires you to sign in. Definitely, you need to sign in with your Google. All right, Google Gmail, your UiTM Google Gmail. All right, so definitely you can use this one. All right, so it will lead you to My Knowledge Management. It's a personalized page that especially for you. All right, there's your name is going to be here, and also all the library materials are going and services are going to be here. All right. So the online databases, just click online databases and then go for Scopus and also Web of Science. I'm going to open both of them. All right. All right. So this is the only platform. This is the only place that you can search your publications. All right. You cannot go by Google. All right. So Scopus, search your publication here. Just type your title here and also your Web of Science from here. All right. So remember. All right. Okay. When we talk about dates of publications, also very, very important. When we talk about, okay, actually, this is something that I am not sure whether you get the information or not. All right. So as you can see, okay, let me do one searching here. Human nature. All right. I do, okay. When we talk about human nature, all right. So for example, here, let me see, okay. Okay. This is one of the examples that I can show you on how you want to search for your publications. Very easy, all right. So in Web of Science, if you are not, I am not sure whether you are aware of this or not, all right. There's a published date and also there's an index date. All right. Which one that you want to use? Which dates that you want to provide in dates of publications? All right. Since it is index, all right, we are talking about index publication. In Web of Science, RMC already told us to choose the index date. So you can use November 2020. All right, so for other publication, yes, we can use the publication dates, no problem. It's just that for, I'm not so sure that, wait, let me see in Scopus if they have, I'm not sure whether they have the index date. I don't think so. Let me see. Yeah. Okay, let me see. Let me see whether they have the index. I don't think so. I think only in Web of Science. Yes, only in Web of Science. Right? So only in Web of Science. So for whoever get index in Web of Science, please use the index date, not the publication date. All right, so you can input here. All right, why is it the dates of publication and the index date is very, very important? Because of for your penilaian in my ATP is penilaian tahun semasa, right? Okay, penilaian semasa. That's why we want to make sure that all the dates are true lah. All right, so it is not belongs to 2021 or it is not belong to the previous year. All right, although that publication in December 2021. So if that publication is December 2021, it's going to be December 2021. So we as a coordinator will follow the one that you can see in Web of Science. So whether this one is 20 hari bulan November 2020, so it's going to be 20 November. All right. So for example, okay, 20 November lah. All right. So for example then. Okay, page, just put the page and also ISSN. Where is this ISSN? Okay, here. Okay, let me do one example for you. The volume, okay, issue 112, for example. Okay, this is also something that very, 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 very important. All right, so this one, let me just copy. I cannot copy this one. What is it? Okay. Look at the journal's name. I cannot pronounce this. All right, so just follow the name. Sorry. Okay. Role here. Okay, role here is very, 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 very important. So in way to declare all the authors in that publication, you need to know their roles. All right, so please make sure the correct rule for each and every single author. All right, so if you are the first UiTM author, yes, you must declare a UiTM first author. If you are the corresponding author, remember last week is the last 2 weeks that you receive notification before your Saring C. All right, so asking whether you are the corresponding author or not, please declare. Yes, this is something that we are being busy last week with all my coordinators. We received tons of emails and calls from the researcher that you want to change the roles in your publications in Prime. All right, so definitely we are cooperate with you. If you are correspondent, if you want to change, yes, we allow you to change. If you want to declare you as the correspondent, it's just that this is what we face when we dealing with these coordinators, authors, with the corresponding author. All right, we believe that whoever can be declared as corresponding author, usually they have their some things in that publications document stated. Usually in that document, in the publication document, stated that he or she is the yes, this one. All right, so this is a good example. All right, so usually this we are going to see this author is the coordinator, the corresponding author, or there will be a statement in the document that saying that he or she is the corresponding author. Usually, yes, sometimes some of the publication might have one or two corresponding author, depends. All right, so not everybody is the corresponding author. So we need, of course, I already told my coordinator to be alert with this situation. So please make sure that if you want to declare you as a corresponding author for that particular document, please make sure it is stated in your document. All right, some of them, their name, it is not stated in that particular document. So, and then he or she said, Puan, I'm the corresponding author. I am not sure whether, why is it my name? It is not stated in that document. All right, but I am the one who communicate with the publishers and everything. So what we can help the researcher here is you can provide us with the evidence, the communications evidence, emails, that you can provide to us to show that you are the corresponding author. But usually when I receive a few evidence, emails from the researcher, usually the publisher will address you as dear corresponding author. That's why we cannot questions anymore, and then we just we can accept that publications, and then also we can accept that that particular author is the corresponding author for that particular publication. But if you researcher in Kedah, if you have any new information from me or any that you want to share on how we can recognize or we can say that you are the corresponding author, you can share with me or you can share with Azlin later. No problems, all right? Because we believe that it is not all the authors is the corresponding author. Yes, we do receive that publication that with all of them is the corresponding author. That's why we be very careful. We just not accept, we just cannot verify all the publication. We need to check and then we return for correction to make sure that only the correct corresponding author can be declared as corresponding author. Okay? All right. So, but for another example, but if you did the publications, usually we did your publication with your students. You did with your master and PhD student. So, if you did the publication with your students, if your student is the first author, and also you are the corresponding author, yes, you can declare, no problem. It's just that your student, although he or she is the first author, but for Prime, if you want to register that publication, you cannot declare he or she, your student, is as a first author. All right. So your students are going to be the co-author. So you are going to be the UiTM first author, or you are going to be the corresponding author. But the author level is going to follow the sequence in document. If your student is number 1, so it's going to be number 1. So if you are number 2, so it's going to be number 2. All right. So the role and author level is different. All right. Roles, definitely you need to declare, and also author level are going to follow the sequence in documents. Number 1, 2, 3, or 4. All right. So if you did your publication in with your external author, yes, you must declare all the external author also. Okay. So I hope the one's very clear already. Okay, followed by publication location. This one also is very, 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 very important. All right. So you need to declare publication location. Where is the publication location? All right. So we don't want any under reporting. All right. So sometimes we want to extract or you want to report to your management related to the number of document, for example. How many publication for 2022 for UiTM Kedah, for example. So we don't want to make sure that when you are being given the data from if you want to extract the data, if you want the data, you can directly contact RMC. Any data, coordinator cannot provide to you. I don't have access to any data. And also, any data for your reporting untuk keperluan campus dan sebagainya, you need to directly contact Puan Karinisa Musa lah. I believe that maybe Puan Azlin already share with you if you have any related to any data that you want. Okay. Alright, so we don't want to come across with this under reporting. Alright, it should be 1,000 publication for that particular year, but only 800 yang kita keluarkan daripada sistem Prime. So the 200 is floating in other publications locations. So be very careful with the publication location because you need to declare. Alright. The media format also very, very important. The publisher, the types of journal. Okay, when you talk about index publications, there are only 2 types of journals, right? Which is the 2 types of paper actually, right? It is paper, right? All right, the full paper and also extract only. We receive, we recognize these 2 types, all right? Full paper. When we talk about full paper, all right, we frequently receive the attachment from the evidence from the researcher. When we talk about full paper, I mean the publication version, all right? Not the manuscript one, not the one we in the still in words, all right? We receive that kind of evidence, all right? So definitely we need a publication version. All right, sometimes also I understand many researchers saying that Puan Rohayu, sometimes it's not that because we don't want to provide an evidence to coordinator the publication version, but we cannot have the publication version because of we need to pay in way to get the publication version. All right, so what we can do is we still want to help you here by you just snap the first page of that particular document, so that usually the first page contains all the information, all right, especially the publication details. You can see the volume, you can see the author, you can see the journals, you can see the abstracts and everything. So you just snap of you. Make sure that you snap the clear version one lah, right? So jangan blur. All right. Sometimes usually you just snap the blur one and then sometimes yang tak nampak, so it's very hard for my coordinator to see the evidence. So the evidence must be clear. All right. The publication version. Okay, when we talk about publication levels, definitely it's going to be national or international. But usually when we have ISS and ISBN, definitely you can go for international. All right, no problem, no questions. All right, and then quota ranking. Okay, only when when I select Web of Science, then only the quota menu will appear here. But if I change to Scopus, for example, Scopus, okay, when Scopus, there is no quota. All right, I know, Scopus also, they have their own quota, but the one that we recognize, we are following the KPT. The one that we recognize only quota from JCR, from whoever published in WAS. For example, here. So how you want to identify the quota for that particular journal? Okay, you just click, then you can only get this one. Or else you can go to here. Sorry, you can go here still under online database, JCR. All right. So this page also, this is one of the way that we can help and educate all the researcher to choose whatever potential journals that you want to publish. So you can read all the publication details, and then also, let me check whether this one. Right. So let's check. It's a strange name for the journal. I don't know how to pronounce it. All right. So as you can see here, all right. So it is listed in one of the journal citation report. All right. And also, this is something that I want to share with all of you. All right. So whoever publish, all right, the one that we subscribe, Web of Science that we subscribe here, Web of Science that we subscribe core collections only. All right. Sometimes, maybe some of you publish in non-core collections. All right. So we only recognize the core collections only. All right. So mana-mana universiti you pergi pun sama. It's USM sama, University Malaya, UPM. They are only subscribe the core collections. All right. So kita pun recognize the core collection. Whoever published in journal non-core collections, you cannot declare your publication as index publications. All right. So and also siapa yang master journalist, is it master journalist? All right. So this one you cannot directly use this one as the place that you can get the URL. You cannot use this one. Master journalist is not it's not JCR. Okay. All right. So you can click and then you can get. All right. So sometimes this also some of the things that I want to share with you. All right. So we receive a question, a lot of question related to predatory journals. All right. So ramai yang tanya, Puan Rohayu, is it Prime can detect the predatory journal, or they can like do something when somebody is registered any journals that it is in predatory list? Okay, for time being, Prime there is no method ataupun yang kita boleh detect predatory, because predatory journal banyak orang tak boleh keluarkan the list of predatory. Even as you can see, if you search in Google, there's so many lists, right? So you can use that as a guide, but you cannot depends on the ni become macam ban list. It is not update, all right? So it's not something that we can rely on, all right? So as a librarian and also the library, we are not going to stress more on the predatory part. What we can do is we want to educate you to choose the legitimate and the scholarly journal for your publications. That's why I will allow you, I will encourage you to check for JCR if you want to look for any scholarly journals. All right. So you can do here, and then you can get all the informations. All right. This is one of the things that you can avoid, and then you can get information so that you can avoid to publish to any kind of predatory journal. Predatory journal ni ada banyak kategori kan. So even me myself or the library itself cannot come up with the list of the predatory journal. But as a coordinator, definitely from time to time we have unofficial list for predatory that we share with other university. All right, but the thing is the list is the one that we cannot rely. All right, you cannot rely on that list because it sometimes maybe it is not predatory now, later it's going to be predatory. It depends. It is very subjective. I cannot say more on that particular part. But as I mentioned earlier, what library can do is, as you can see here, all right, so this is something I want to say. Maybe Puan Azlin can share with the link with the you copy paste the link ni, letak dalam chat box so that everybody can use this one. All right.
Alright, boleh.
All right, okay. So because of this is the list that we frequently use to make sure that user or researcher know where to get the legitimate and scholarly one. Okay. All right. Okay, continue. What is the time? Is already 11. All right. Okay. For this, let me change to Web of Science. All right. So quartile 2. If there is no quartile, just put no quartile. No problem, because not every single journals in Web of Science going to have a quartile. All right. If there is no quartile, so you just declare no quartile. No problem. DOIs. Where is DOIs? All right. Let me see. Okay, this is DOI. DOI. If you can provide us with DOIs, you can provide. You can declare. This is not mandatory, and also, but the URL is mandatory. Okay. When we talk about URL that you must provide, definitely going to be this page, not this one. Still ramai pensyarah yang bagi kita link kepada journal, alright, atau link kepada profile, alright. So we want this link, alright, okay, that show your publications, alright. Right, so you click save. Alright, so if you fulfill all the mandatory requirement, the mandatory fields, okay, so it is success. Index publication as is successfully created. When you click OK, this publication actually is unofficial in the draft status. All right. So when we talk about draft, all right, so when your publication is still in draft, all my coordinators cannot see your publication until you declare and click submit and it change to pending. Then only my coordinator, for example, Azlin, can see and can take an action to your publications. All right. If not, it's going to be there forever. All right. So sometimes we also receive like, Rohayu, why is it my publication is not verified yet by coordinator? It's been too long already. All right. So when we check and then we find out that it is still in draft. Yeah. So still in draft. So definitely you need to declare and submit. All right. So as you can see here, the coordinator in your faculty, there's a name of my coordinator. All right. So if you want to contact my coordinator, yes, you can contact them. So you know who is verifying your publications. All right. So followed by, all right, this one actually is not going to be here. All right, just ignore this one. There should be they hide this one because it is not in prime actually. All right. Okay, just ignore about that one. Should be, it's not in prime actually. All right. Because for your information, prime is still in process of adjustment. We still, because we get this prime from the UTM kan, so the orang UTM to still touch here and there. That's why this is happens. All right. So that's why I told you already. Please bear with this kind of situations because we still in the fine tuning moment orang kata kan untuk mematangkan sistem prime ni. Okay, this is the crucial part. Alright, authors. Alright, this is the crucial part also because we want everybody to be declared. Alright, so whoever in charge for register this publication, you need to declare each and every authors. Alright, so if that publication is involved UiTM staff, no problem. We just need their IDs. If you did with your student, their IDs, and also UiTM postdoc, RO, and UiTM non-academic, you need their IDs. No problems, all right? But when your co-authors is from external author, international author, university lain punya author, whoever, and if you want to declare, sometimes this is what happened. You did that publication with your student, but your student is already dah graduate dah. Lepas tu, if you want to use their IDs, cannot already. Because kita akan follow SIM dengan star lah. Okay, so that's why the system cannot recall the IDs. So for UiTM student, that the one that you did with UiTM student, but the student is already graduated, lepas tu you akan change to external author. So the students are going to be external author. Okay. Alright. So after you choose to add other authors, alright. So you have to make sure that you get their IDs or their names. Alright. So please make sure that you have that. And also, when I talk about add all authors, all right, sometimes I know that there is publications that involve so many authors, 20, 30, 40, 50. We come across with hundreds of authors in that one publications. So we understand that kind of situations. So we decide, and then also it's not I'm deciding, it's RMC that decide that if we come across with the publication that with too many authors in it, yes, you can just ignore all the external authors. It's just that you daftar, you can only register, you need to declare UiTM's authors only, right? Because this is prime, right? Prime is for UiTM, for UiTM's authors. That's why we embrace, we want to mengangkat penulis-penulis UiTM sahaja. Alright, jika penulis-penulis di luar tu, kalau if you cannot get their information, because sometimes we receive also comments from the researchers saying that, Puan Rohayu, I want to add that authors. I have 5 authors in my publication. But the thing is, I don't know who they are. Alright. So contohnya macam dia kata, the 3, we are 2 of us is from UiTM. The 3 of them, I am not sure. I don't know who they are. They are external author, international author. I do not have any information of them. That's why I cannot add. Okay, that kind of situation, we are allowed that publication to be declared only for the UiTM's author. No problem, tak masalah. But if you But this one is encouraged. We are encouraged. If you can declare, you declare. All right. So if you can declare, you declare. Although they are international author, okay, you need to declare also. Because all the publication, okay, let me do one example. Okay, I want to add one external author. Okay, I just have her name, okay, or you can go by email, no problems. Okay, no problem. Right, and then you click search. Okay, when I enter Siti Saleha, there is no Siti Saleha being registered in Prime. All right, so you just enter again Siti Saleha. All right, the role is co-author, for example, affiliation, higher learning institution, email. Okay, contohnya. All right. The level is national and institution is Universiti Malaya, for example, right? So you just click. You need to fill up each and every single details here, then only the button add will be enabled. All right. So selagi tak enable button add, meaning there's a details here that you did not provide to us. All right. That's why you click add. Okay. Author is successfully added. You click OK. Okay, where is my Siti Saleha? Yes, it's here. It's under external author. All right. So the author level, for example, Siti Saleha is number 1. And then in that publication, I number 2, for example. Or it depends. All right. So you can add more authors. All right, you can add more authors and then you can declare more than one corresponding author. No problems. All right, so it's just that, as I mentioned earlier, corresponding author, we need to provide us with evidence, and also definitely we are going to see your name is stated as corresponding author in that document. Okay, all right. So for add authors, okay, if you did with students, non-academic, yes, you can declare, no problems. All right. So, but you have to be very careful. There's one here. All right. Sometimes there's a situation where when you, okay. For example, I just search. There is no code. There is no. Tak ada siapa ID tu . Pun tak ada. I don't have any example of IDs, never mind. Alright, so it's just that I just want to share with you. Definitely the category of author, you need to be very careful, and also the staff ID and the name you need to know. Right, then only you can declare all authors. Alright, that's why it's very, very important. Alright, so some of the mistakes made by the researcher, always this part lah. Alright, sometimes the author level is not, everybody is the first author level. Alright, so it's not going to be like that. Cannot be like that. Of course, the author levels are going to follow the sequence in documents. So Fincy number 1. Okay. Novel A is number 1, Azai is number 2, Ayah is number 3. That is an author level. All right. But when we talk about the category of author, yes, the types of author, yes, it's going to be depends on that publication. For example, here, let's do some example with UiTM lah. It's a bit easier that you can see. Let me search UiTMs. All right, if you want to search for any UiTMs publication in Scopus or Web of Science, definitely you need to use University Teknologi Mara. You just cannot like type UiTM. All right, so this is the official name for UiTM. It's University Teknologi Mara. So as you can see here, when I click I want to see all the documents. All right. Okay, let me see the highest one. From here, you can get everything. All right. From here, you can get everything. All right. So you can see all the publications for UiTM throughout the year. Okay. So as you can see here, all right, let me do one examples that involve in UiTM's author. All right, for example, these publications, well, no wonder that he gets so many citations, right? It is published in Lancet. All right, so as you can see here, where is UiTM? Oh my God. Okay, that's why I told you just now. Sometimes we come across with this kind of situations where we have so many authors. So what we can do is you can declare this only this particular authors. Okay, you don't have to like go for the additional authors, right? So UiTM, I believe that there's some of the affiliations is UiTM. So many I cannot scroll down. All right, so one of them is the UiTM's author. All right, so this is how you want to search for. You want to search to identify the UiTM's author. All right. This is not a good example actually. Too many people. Okay, let's do one example here. 1796, is that correct? Oh, okay, 1970. All right, okay. So here, all right, so Pickering is the corresponding author. He is from the Waikato, Hamilton, New Zealand. Okay, followed by the second author is Effendi. Effendi is from UiTM. Yes, UiTM. All right, but maybe Effendi is doing his PhD in Waikato, I believe that. And Lee is from the Hanoi. All right, so this is how you want to identify all the authors, all right, especially external authors. All right, so this is how also, all right, so as a coordinator, how we check all the, definitely we are going to check each and every metadata, and then we also are going to open the documents. We are going to open the documents, we double check, check here and there, cross check here and there, so to make sure that it is a true publications. All right, that's why it is not easy for my coordinator to just verify your publications. Definitely we are living in integrity, and also we are trying hard to understand the publication, and also we are the one who do the cross checking here and there to make sure that the publication can be verified. Okay, I hope you understand about that. All right, so after you dealing with the author's part, all right, you need to deal with the attachment. All right, so when we talk about attachment, it's just a drag and drop sections here. All right, so if you have the publication, drag and drop only, and then the size of your document, still we maintain 8 MB. If your document is more than 8 MB, you can resize your document and compress your document so that it can be in 8 MB. All right, so you can upload. So what happened? Okay, this is what I am going to explain to you. What happened if you forgot to upload your documents? So this is what happens. You just directly want to declare and to submit for verification. So there's a pop-up here that will help you to notice you, so that I am not yet upload any document. All right, so you can, they are going to open the screen for you, and then you need to do some, let me do. Okay. All right, so I upload. So attachment is successfully added. All right, so it's already there, and then I must declare, right? As I mentioned earlier, all the process is, all your publication is already registered, but still in the status of draft. It is not yet appear in any coordinator screen. All right, so to make sure that it is change the status to pending verification for coordinator, so you have to do some declaration here. All right, and then click submit. So it will they required. What is one required? Oh, okay. I need to upload one more here. Oh, okay. So the line is okay. Okay, let's submit. Okay, index publication successfully submitted. Okay, so the publication, you can see, okay, if you want to see your publication, you can go here. Right, so all your publication, whether it is verified or whether it's in draft or it is in pending, you can see all of them here. They are going to divide it into the index and other publication. So it's easy for you to recognize, to identify all your publications. Okay. So remember just now I'll do one testing. All right. So where is it, my index? Right, this one, pending. Okay, so the coordinator will take an action. All right, verified, no problem. All right, so you can see the legend here, right? Draft still not submitted to the researcher, not submitted by researcher to coordinator. Pending is publications was submitted by a researcher and ready to be verified by PITA. All right, written is a publication, information is written by PITA as need to be corrected by the researcher. Okay, verified, no problem. It's already verified. When it's already in verified status, when you can see that it is automatically in your MyATP. All right, so no problem. Not verified is something that we don't want to give to any researcher actually. We rarely give any researcher not verified. Okay, why is it we are going to give not verified for any publications that were registered by the researcher? All right, so when we talk about Prime is a publication system. All right, it's a publication. Actually, it's a university's publications system. All right, so when we talk about university's publication system, definitely anything that you want to register need to be scholarly. Right, so we want to be kata nak menjaga kan standard Prime ni, tak naklah yang like caca marba, like everything you can register. All right, so it need to be scholarly. All right, ia telah, kalau index tu telah melalui proses pewasitan, referee kan, and then ianya betul ilmiah sahajalah. All right, so before you submit any registration, you need to ask yourself first whether these publications are going to give an impact to you, your faculty, your campus, and also the university. All right, so if you find out that this publication is not that going to give an impact to you, so that's why sometimes when we give not verified, before we give not verified to researcher, definitely I always tell my coordinator to contact the researcher first to discuss, to justify why is it a coordinator are going to some sort like rejected. But we reject because that publication is not suitable to be registered in Prime. Okay, one of the things that we rejected, I am not comfortable with the word rejected. Okay, I'm going to say not verified. All right, when we not verified, some of the examples that I can share with you is, okay, sometimes you involve in the jawatan kuasa, the committee, in campus, in faculty, and then you have like laporan, report that you come up with the reports and everything. That one is you can directly declare under my ATP under your contributions, because of some of the reports that the output report tu sometimes dia memang tak ada publications, I mean like registration number, right? But if we accept that publication, we accept the one that have ISBNs only, or ISSN lah. Alright, but itu jarang-jarang ada lah. Selalunya ada laporan, remember right? Kita ada dekat faculty, dekat campus ada laporan like academics and everything. So it's just that a matter of who can be declared. Alright, we have so many committees, right? They ada like editors, and then we have penulis and everything. Whoever in that particular committee can be registered, can be declared. Alright, that's the first problems that we face at the first time that we come across with this kind of publication. So we find out that if that publication you want to register and is already have an ISBN or not, definitely we are going to select whoever do the writing part, the author of the publication. But still we face sometimes we face that something is not right when we verify, because of that particular problem where which person that we want to can be declared in that publication. That's why RMC also advise us to make sure that all the researcher can directly declare in your MyATP under your contributions. The contribution parts is under lantikan. Is it lantikan? I'm not sure about that, but you can check. All right. Okay. So proceed to other publication. Okay. When we talk other publication, I tengok kat sini. Right. Let me see. Alright. So kalau you tengok dekat sini. Alright. So in Kedah we have perkaunan, sains pentadbiran, seni lukis sains mereka. Alright. And then also sains computer science, sains maklumat, undang-undang. Okay. Alright. So this is all the faculties that you have in UiTM Kedah, right? Right. So when we talk about other publications, it's quite the thing is how you want to register is quite similar. How you want to register is quite similar. It's just that there are a set of the publication details that are different. All right. So okay, let me see. Human nature off lah, for example. Okay. All right. So I proceed. All right. So when we talk about the category of other publication, when you click here, we have a set of categories that you can register your publication under other publications. So journals, proceeding, research book, chapter in research book, and then the book, creative works. All right. Policy paper, standard. All right, policy paper, this one is something that we very rare, all right, that we receive for any registration in publication in Prime, because of it's not that easy, right? It's not that easy to involve in policy paper making. But the thing is, if you one of the people that involve being appointed by usually policy paper making ni outside other outside organizations, alright. Contohnya SIRIM ke, any kementerian ke, or any other industrial di luar sana, alright. So if you involved in policy paper making or any standards, alright, so definitely you can declare, because the weightage is melebihi daripada journal. Alright. So if I'm not mistaken, let me see. Dia punya ratio. Is it ratio? What we can say ratio. Alright. So nilai kesetaraan for satu kertas polisi bersamaan 23 artikel journal brain deck. untuk Maira lah. Alright, that's why sometimes ramai yang nak declare dia adalah penulis kepada policy paper making, but the thing is untuk policy paper making, as you see at my screen right now, alright, you perlu provide us with the enough evidence. Alright, so you have to make sure that you are being appointed, the evidence that you're being appointed, what is your task, and then also the kertas polisi, the blueprint, and then bukti hubung kait yang mengatakan penghargaan kepada pusat kertas kerja, and then also bukti that policy paper or standards are going to be used by who. Adakah that policy paper is going to be used by that organisation that appoint you to be part of the policy paper making, or these standards are going to be used by all of Malaysians, for example, alright? And then also this is also surat lantikan sama juga lah macam I mention tadi, surat lantikan staf menjadi ketua atau ahli projek kajian, alright? Alright. So if your name is already stated in the book of a policy paper or the standard, yeah, you don't have to provide with the surat lantikan anymore. Alright. So please make sure that if you one of the ahli project, you can declare. Alright. But if you come up with the guidelines, alright, kita ada banyak guidelines. Ramai yang mendaftar guidelines, garis panduan, alright. So guidelines are going to categorize in case study and technical report. Okay, so if you involve in garis panduan, guidelines guidelines whatever that you involve in UiTM itself, you can directly go for case study and technical report. Don't register under policy, okay, because it's a different kind of category. Alright, we have cultural work, we have newsletter, newspaper article. This one also I already mentioned to all the researcher a few times already. Alright, still we accept, we receive publications from newspaper articles that is not written by that particular person. Alright, so it's just that he is invited, he's being interviewed by the reporter, and then even you talk about your expertise, even you talk about your experience, the authorship belongs to that particular reporter. It is not you. But you can declare newspaper article here means you are being given to one column in that particular newspaper, for example. So you are going to talk about your expertise, or you can talk about anything. Yes, you can declare because your name is there. You're being have an opportunity to write in that particular newspaper. All right. So if you being invited by like Selamat Pagi Malaysia ke apa ke, you cannot declare that one. Alright, you'll be invited to speak about your expertise in one of the webinars in your faculty, in your campus, you cannot declare that one. Alright, because the authorship belongs to somebody else, it's not you. Alright. Monograph, electronic media. Alright, so because when we talk about electronic media, sometimes there's a publications that is yang kita publish dekat sometimes YouTube channels, right? And then we have website, and then we have also different kind of electronic media, alright? So if you some of the, especially I receive examples that we have in music and also in performing arts, alright? The platform is not going to be the same with some of the faculties, all right? Some of the faculties might be journals, proceeding, the platform is like that, all right? It's normal like that. But the platform for this type of creative work, sometimes they publish in YouTube channels, and then some of them is social media and everything. So we still can accept this kind of platform because it's a nature platform for that particular faculty. Alright, so during pandemic dulu, alright, so macam faculty music ada banyak publications, they're doing the concert online in YouTube channels, and also in performing arts they produce online theater, right, that kind of thing. So it's not going to be different categories of different platforms, all right. So we want to make sure that we are going to be fair with all the categories, all right. So it's not that all the creative work parts is not going to be counted in Prime. So you have your own platform to declare all your works, right? So no problem. But if you have any penambahbaikan, any suggestion to improve, to make sure that it's going to be fair to all your hard work, all your publication, please, you may contact us, or you may contact RMC so that we can work together. Because last time we work with music, and then we work with performing arts to make sure that we hear all the we definitely understand all the performing arts publications, how the media, and then also the medium, and also whoever can declare. Right, sometimes in performing arts, they for example, they produce one film, for example. So who can declare as author, for example? The words author here means different things to the performing arts. All right, so that's why that we definitely discuss with music and performing arts. All right. Okay, for example, I choose magazines. All right, so I choose magazine. And then I believe that maybe some of you you have your own magazine or newsletter in your faculty or for your campus. If you want one of the author, yes, you can declare. All right. So it's the same things. Just fill up all the informations that you need to fill up. All right, here, all the mandatory fields you need to fill up. It's just that I want to make sure that you choose the correct category. This is something that we receive so many questions from the researchers. And Puan Rohayu, I am not sure whether my publications belongs to whether that this is magazine or this is this is one more thing. What is? It's quite similar to magazines. I cannot recall right now. All right, something similar to magazine. Whether it's magazine is in e or in printed version, it depends. All right. So if you have any like creative work, all right, creative work here also, they pecahkan lagi the category into compilation, composition, music edition, masterpiece, transcription, translation, adaptations, and documentation of works. All right. So if you find out that, for example, we have here like art and design, kan? Kita ada art and design. If I'm not mistaken, ada industrial design. Is it industrial design in Kedah? All right. So if you find out that none of the categories is fair to your publications, you can contact us. All right. So we can discuss, because we're still in process adjustment, especially on the creative part. All right, the creative work. So we need to make sure that you can reach everything. All right, so all the hard work will be can be declared in this Pagani Prime. Okay, all right.
Assalamualaikum.
Salam, yes. Any questions?
Yes. Saya Cik Zamri daripada UiTM Kedah, Art and Design ya.
Yeah, alright. Terus ada question.
Saya nak bertanya di sini, agak confused juga antara creative work dengan exhibition. Untuk yang kita Art and Design ni, kita nak letak yang mana satu? Creative work ke ataupun exhibition? Sebab mungkin ada perbezaan di situ, Puan. Boleh tak Puan bagi pencerahan sedikit tentang exhibition dan creative works? Terima kasih.
Okay. Alright. So when we talk about, I believe that Doktor, you industrial design, is it?
Ya, dalam fakulti ini lah, seni kreatif ni.
Alright, okay. Alright, so when we talk about creative work and exhibition, but usually kalau students, in the creative part, definitely sometimes they involve exhibitions. They exhibit all of the creative work lah. Alright, so whether you can choose creative work. Alright, so creative work here, that's why sometimes we are advised any exhibitions that involve sorry macam mana nak cakap okay, jika ianya all your artworks to exhibit in one exhibitions, definitely you can go for exhibitions. Alright, so when we talk about creative work here, and then you need to categorize pula your creative work too, whether it is compilations, compositions, music editing. Okay, let me see. I ada dia punya tor dekat sini sekejap. Let me see the tor for the okay. Alright. So okay, tadi apa tadi? Alright, compilation. When we talk about compilations, alright. So kalau tengok compilation here, alright. So is a list of books or assembling information from other sources, alright. But kalau di compilation di music, dia ada compilation lain. Sekejap, I tunjukkan satu ni lah yang senang sikit nak faham. Let me see. Wait the creative works. Okay, kalau cultural works macam ni lah. If you involve in any cultural works yang ni macam ni, dia ada buat performance, maka dia akan pergi ke cultural works lah. Some other publication. Alright, here. Okay. Kalau compilation is a list of book by assembling information collected from other sources. Alright, this is example lah of compilation. Tapi bila compilation di music pula, dia faham lain. Sebenarnya compilation maybe a compilations of music scores and everything, right? And then also composition, alright? Compositions di sini, alright, so composition di sini, any works involved in creativity, alright, for example poems or piece of music, itu compositions. Kalau music editing, alright, so it involves songs and lyrics and songs arrangement, itu music editing. Kalau masterpiece, dia ada involve a work of art such as made with a great skill, for example painting, films or books. Alright, and then transcriptions here. What is transcription? Transcriptions. Okay, transcription is publication representation of spoken language in written form. For example, kita ada transcription of oral history. Itu transcription. Translation. Okay, what is translation? Translation ni I rasa memang very straightforward lah. Any translation work. Okay, adaptation. Okay. Adaptations adalah any adapted films, television drama or stage play that has been adapted from a written work. Okay, for example movies, drama or any adapted written work lah. Alright. So yang terakhir adalah documentation. Alright, documentation of work. Sekali tengok kat sini, you pun boleh nampak dekat sini sebenarnya. Alright, documentation of work di mana yang melibatkan apa ni? Okay, set of record of exist online or paper or hard drive. Right, it is material that provide evidence or information to serve as a record. Alright, so I think when we talk about for art and design, especially the industrial design sana, definitely you can go for the exhibition. But usually, okay, first of all, my question to Doctor, okay, this I perlu faham juga what types of publication selalunya yang ada di faculty you. Okay, can you share, Doctor? You did your exhibition, right? You did your exhibition. Okay, lagi?
Ya, saya bukan doktor lagi ni, minta maaf.
Okay. Alright, okay. Boleh cik sharekan dengan saya. Okay, what types of publication yang selalu ada di faculty?
Dan satu lagi saya nak betulkan di sini, fakulti kami dah betulkan nama jadi Kolej Pengajian Seni Kreatif.
Okay, faham.
Ya. Tapi kita ada specific majoring lah dah, art and design dekat sini. So that mean my question are, dia selalu saya akan masukkan segala publication saya dalam creative work sebab dia adalah compilation, exhibition dengan cawangan yang lain dan dibukukan lah jadi ISBN dan sebagainya lah kan. So selalu saya selalu masukkan dalam creative work lah. Tapi my question is, how about exhibition pula? Yang tu yang kita quite confused. Exhibition ni adakah dia terletak pada exhibition arts ke ataupun sebagainya?
Okay.
Ya.
Alright. Okay, so meaning cik ada bagi tahu tadi, you di faculty you memang akan ada publication on exhibitions and also you ada produce buku dan if mungkin akan ada yang artikel juga di journal, maybe adalah, okay?
Dia macam compilation kan, katalah ramai exhibitor kan dalam tu, so dia ni kita compile lah.
Alright, so any documents you can go for the creative work when you ataupun you boleh masuk kategori buku pun tak ada masalah actually. When some things that you compile and then you come up with satu buku and then it's already ada ISBN, tak ada masalah. You nak go for books pun tak ada masalah. Alright, so kita dia punya weightage tu lebih tinggi lah. And then when we talk about exhibition, is just not exhibition bukan sahaja menjurus kepada any exhibition di art and design saja. Ianya adalah keseluruhan any exhibitions. Alright, so sebabnya di fakulti lain pun akan ada exhibitions jugalah, tidak tertakluk kepada exhibitions yang melibatkan fakulti art and design saja. So when you involve in exhibitions, you can declare under exhibition, tak ada masalah. But if you ada, kalau tengok kat sini ada ISBN, ada isu, tapi it is not compulsory lah. Jika ada publication yang berbentuk macam tu, so you can declare, tak ada masalah pun. Alright, cumanya it can be yang mana yang ada weightage yang lebih lah, ada weightage yang lebih. So you can go for creative works if you find out that ada kategori tu yang boleh you ni lah, it belongs to that category, tak ada masalah pun. But you can go for exhibition also, no problems. Alright, and also you can go for a books pun tak ada masalah. Alright.
Okay. How about kalau tak ada ISBN?
Alright, okay.
Tapi dah ada compilation jadi buku dah, mungkin dicahalang ke terlupa kan nak minta ISBN ke apa, so macam mana, boleh tak kita letak dalam other publication ni, kita isi dalam, boleh tak Puan?
Okay. Alright, when we talk about other publications, alright, okay, actually when we talk about other publications, that's why it is not mandatory fields. Alright, ianya tidak wajib dimasukkan. Kalau tak ada pun tak apa. Okay, bila tak ada pun tak apa. So how you want to make sure that kita nak bagi fair dengan all the yang ada ISBN, ISSN. Alright, so whatever publication with no registration number, definitely you need to provide us with the correct evidence. You kena bagi kita evidence lah, evidence yang lebih lah cik. Contohnya any appointed letter, any appointed and then menunjukkan you as one of the author. Alright,
Kena banyak evidence lah Kena banyak
Yes,
editing.
and also you punya okay, jika any yang melibatkan online, alright, we are encourage you to do a bit write up, macam some write up lah, macam some an extract, and then you can attach with your evidence to show to explain. Okay, contohnya exhibition ni pasal apa? You exhibit ni contohnya exhibit batik, contohnya dekat Kedah ada batik kan, batik Kedah contohnya kan, so ada batik Kedah, you explain lah, okay dalam ni kita exhibition ni kita ada explain. Kalau ianya berbentuk online lah, tapi kalau ada printed tak masalah pun. It's just that we need more evidence. Tapi selalunya kita nak tengok sejauh mana dia ni, macam contohnya sometimes newsletter, magazines tak ada ISBN kan. So kita nak tengok dia punya distribution dia tu sampai ke mana. Adakah just within your faculty or within your campus, ataupun you distribute all over UiTM. Alright, or you distribute, you jual dekat luar contohnya, for example. That's why we want to make sure that the distributions, whoever dia punya capaian maklumat dia tu. That's why sebab we need that kind of information so that we can verify that one as a publication. And then sebab apa kita tengok dia punya capaian maklumat tu, because we want to see the impact. We want to make sure that macam Encik dah bagi tahu tadi, you exhibit, you compile all the exhibition. Is it correct?
Ya.
Contohnya you compile the exhibition for all your students, final year student for example. So all the artwork from the final year students you compile in one documents, and then you, when the documents you distribute pada siapa, Encik, if you can share with us lah, contohnya buku tu you akan share dengan siapa? Is it just within the faculty, or you share with all the campus, or you can share with all the UiTMs dalam UiTM? Sejauh mana dia punya publication itu?
Itulah kadang-kadang kami rasa macam takut nak isi kat sini sebab dia ada minta ISBN kan. Kalau tak isi dia lompong je macam tu kan, takut kena reject.
No. Any mandatory field yang lompong, kalau you tak bagi tak ada masalah. It's just that any mandatory field tu yang tak ada tu yang jadi masalah. So tu macam tadi saya cakap tadi, adakah your publication tu sometimes any publication with no registration number, definitely we want to see dia punya distribution macam mana.
Okay.
So adakah selepas you bukukan tu, you and your team bukukan all the compilation work of your final year student for example. So setakat mana? Adakah ianya you kumpul and then you simpan di faculty saja? Ya, adakah you ada contohnya lah you beri kepada library ke apa ke, and then untuk for everybody to refer ke, macam tu. We want to see the impact for that particular publications.
So that mean untuk compilation exhibition final year students, yang tu kategori exhibition lah Puan.
Okay, exhibition boleh, tak ada masalah pun.
Okay.
Exhibition boleh.
Ya.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cumanya isunya saya di sini, just one question Cik sebelumnya ni kan.
Ya.
Who is the author?
Okay.
Who is the author?
Ya.
Siapa yang boleh declare that publication? I believe that when you compile, definitely there's an editor, correct?
Ya.
Betul kan? Editor. Ada editor. So
editor.
Yes, editor. And also I believe there is set of committee dalam tu. Kan?
Yeah.
Mesti ada yang part yang design.
Betul.
Is it correct?
Ya,
right.
Betul.
So itu yang it's quite the same with the one that we discussed with performing arts. Alright? So they publish one theatre. Alright? So they publish one theatre and then they document that theatre in satu buku lah. Yeah. So in that particular document, who can declare that one in prime? Alright? Adakah pengarahnya? You have also pengarah, and then penolong pengarah, and then we have the cast, and then we have the production manager, and we have a lot of people involved. Alright? So all of them are UiTM's researcher lah. So we assume that UiTM researcher lah. So that's why we discuss performing arts to make sure that we can verify the correct one lah. Okay, kita tak nak tertinggal ataupun we don't want to declare whoever that orang kata dia tak ada berapa, dia punya impact dia tak ada sangat. Contohnya dia tu hanya penolong fotografi, macam tu. Tak boleh lah macam tu. Alright.
Ya. Terima kasih Puan dengan pencerahan ni. Kita nampak very clear lah Puan. Thank you very much.
Alright. So if other faculties yang nak share, or if you want to ni dengan kita pun boleh, tak ada masalah. Before I go to UiTM expert. Alright. I believe that maybe I dah dah habis lah kan. Dengan ni written publication tadi I dah janji kan nak cakap. Okay, written publication.
Puan Ayu.
Yes.
Puan Ayu, maaf, ada beberapa soalan lagi di medium Facebook dan YouTube. Bolehkah saya bertanya terus melalui sini Puan Ayu?
Boleh.
Okey, soalan yang pertama adalah nak tanya, kalau lecturer dari bukan bidang seni tetapi keluarkan artifak seni bersama orang seni, dikira macam mana Puan? Itu soalan yang pertama lah. Soalan yang kedua.
Sekali lagi.
Okey. Soalan yang pertama adalah kalau lecturer itu dari bukan bidang seni, bukan orang seni lah, tapi keluarkan artifak seni bersama orang seni, so dikira macam mana?
Okay, saya jawab satu-satu boleh tak Azlin?
Boleh.
Alright, so okay, we no problem. We come across with this kind of situation many times already. Alright, so if you are not in that faculty, alright, so sama je situationnya di mana there's one lecturer in APB. Dia suka sangat melukis. Alright, so dia suka melukis and then dia suka painting and then very talented and then he asked us lah. He asked us whether dia dah pergi exhibitions and then dia pun dah recognize and then dia pun ada collaborate with the art and design, if I'm not mistaken lah. He or she, I'm not, dah lupa. Tapi dia kata, tapi bukan dia punya nature dia lah, maksudnya bukan niche dia lah, maksudnya bukan kepakaran dia di faculty. She is macam English punya major lah, right? So maksudnya dia di APB, Akademi Pengajian Bahasa, tetapi dia ni suka painting, tapi dia punya painting ni sampai dah ke peringkat yang UiTM mengiktiraf lah dia sebab dia dah menang exhibitions and everything. So adakah dia dibenarkan untuk mendaftar di dalam sistem Prime? Alright, so jika ianya telah memberi impact kepada kerjayanya sebagai seorang pensyarah di UiTM, no problem. Tak ada masalah. Maybe sometimes you akan ada hobi, something like that kan. So tu you pun contribute selain daripada you punya nature, you punya di faculty you ada juga talent yang lain and then you contribute to the UiTM, then ianya memberi impact pada UiTM. Dia macam pensyarah ni dia boleh sampai dia beri impact kepada UiTM, that's why dia boleh declare dia punya hasil dia punya creative work tu di dalam sistem Prime, tak ada masalah pun. Okay? So boleh, tak ada masalah. Tapi kena macam saya tadi, anything kena beri impact kepada ni lah, kepada you as a UiTM researcher and also pada faculty. And macam ni, dia faculty dia tak beri impact kepada APB lah, dia akan beri impact kepada art and design and also UiTM sebenarnya. Okay? No problem. Okay, soalan seterusnya Puan Azlin.
Okay. Soalan seterusnya, jika ISBN ada tapi penerbit tidak berdaftar dengan marking, bagaimana?
Okay. Ini pun satu isu juga. Okay. ISBN ada. Ini kategori apa ni? Buku ke?
Tidak dimaklumkan lah.
Okay. Alright. So kalau saya tengok kalau tidak mendaftar dengan MAPIM. Okay. Alright. So sebenarnya kalau Ni nak bagi statement lah untuk bagi faham, okay? Actually publication, dia kata publication with mapping will get more marks. Okay, dia ada weightage di dalam Myra score sebenarnya. And also untuk promotion. Alright, so dia akan ada whoever publish with the with mapping, dia akan ada weightage dalam Myra score and also your promotions lah. And also dia kata penerbitan buku yang tidak mempunyai ISBN tidak boleh didaftarkan dalam publication type books. Okay, ianya masih boleh didaftarkan under other publication monograph. Alright, so dia akan jadi monograph namun nilai markahnya adalah sangat-sangat rendah. Alright, so that's why semua warga UiTM, all the UiTM researcher, whoever want to publish any books, definitely you need go through to UiTM Press. Sekarang penerbit UiTM atau kumpulan penerbit IMAPIM lah. Alright, that's why jika ianya ni tidak dapat, tapi kita a bit lenient di sini. Ini memang kita tetapkan dalam penetapan, tetapi kita a bit lenient di mana jika ianya dapat sebab buku ni skor dia tinggi. So kalau tidak didaftarkan under tak ada publication with mapping or penerbit UiTM, that's why dia orang kata that's why dia menjatuhkan taraf dia kepada monograph. Alright, so ada juga yang kita accept sebagai publication books ni yang tidak mempunyai ISBN, tetapi buku ni memberikan impact. Sebab saya cakap dengan cik yang dekat yang cik Zamri tadi. Alright, so jika ia memberi impact kepada faculty and also the campus and UiTM, insyaAllah we still can accept as a ni lah. Tapi mengikut dalam penetapan sebenar memang tidak boleh didaftarkan di dalam kategori book. Ianya perlu ke kategori other publication monograph. Okay, seterusnya Azlin.
Okey, seterusnya minta slide tak apa, kita tunjuk kepada Facebook ataupun YouTube lah. Okey, Puan boleh teruskan.
Oh, itu saja?
Ya, itu buat masa sekarang.
Alright, okay, alright. So I just want to share with you satu lagi perkara yang sangat penting, di mana mengenai tadi I dah habis written. Alright, so one more thing, written for correction. As I mentioned earlier, please make sure that you alert with the written for corrections. Kita akan bagi email notification auto. Once my coordinator click written for correction, is going to auto to your email. If sometimes you receive so many emails, you receive like hundreds emails per day, right? Alright, so sometimes you pun tak perasan that email, so you can open your Prime. You open your Prime, go to written publication, then you can see. Alright, so when you see the written publication, alright, so okay, let me see one more thing. Okay, how you know what types of information that you need to edit, alright, ataupun you want to see the remarks given by coordinator, alright, so it's very easy. Click the publication detail, the reference number, alright, so you can see the remarks given by the coordinator. Alright, so sometimes we do have remarks yang auto sebenarnya. Alright, so auto. Alright, this one is auto. And also sometimes if my coordinator find out that he or she need to explain to you more, alright, definitely there's a wording that comes from the coordinator itself. Alright, so sometimes coordinator will explain to you the URL. For example here, this one is default. Okay, please key in the correct URL. Sometimes you kata, I already provide you the URL corpus. What types of URL that you nak lagi kan? That's why sometimes my coordinator will explain, you need to provide us with the correct URL from here. For example, from the library website. Alright, and then not from the journals. Alright, sometimes you provide us dah correct lah, it's from Scopus but it is journal. Alright, we want the publication URL that show your publications. Alright, so that's why my coordinator will allow to give also their remarks to coordinate to researcher. All right. So please be aware, because of we don't want any under-reporting publication. This one I already mentioned last year. This statistic we we find out in 2020, if I'm not mistaken, because we received like we have like 1,000 plus written for correction that is not being taken any action by the researcher. Such a waste, right? Right, untuk waste untuk Myra, waste untuk your faculty, your reporting for your campus, right? You can imagine the 1,000 plus, it could be 500 is index publications. See how rugi you are, right? So rugi Myra, rugi any audit lah, any audit, any penetapan, any penarafan, rugi, sangat-sangat rugi. So because the publication is hanging there, it's not taking action, it's not being verified yet by the coordinator. That's why we want to stress as a responsible coordinator, I am begging all the researcher to take an action to all the written for correction. If you do not understand, all right, so as you can see here, there's a phone number of whoever verify your publication or return your publication. So you can contact my respective coordinator to ask. For example, this one is Zaidi. Okay, hello, Cik Zaidi. I am not understand the remarks given by you. Okay, what's the problem is my publication? You can contact my coordinator. All right, so definitely this is one of the reasons that we did the taklimat, so that we can spread the awareness of taking action to your written for corrections. Okay, please be alert with the notifications. Okay, all right. So moving on to the important parts is expert UiTM. All right. So I am not going to explain the whole of the expert UiTM. So I am the one who responsible, Pita, responsible to make sure that your hash index is being updated. All right. So as you can see here, all right. So you go to, and I just want to explain peranan Pita. So you kena faham peranan Pita di sini adalah untuk update, to make sure that your publication is updated, especially the contohlah I guna Dr. Ali lah. I can search for Ali lah. Alright. So you have okay. I will explain to you how we get your hash index. Okay. So your hash index in your expert UiTM, alright, the game akan ada 3, which is from okay, as you can see here, the hash index from Scopus, Web of Science, and Google Scholar. In way to get this hash index, apa peranan kita ni? We need your IDs. Alright, so we need your ID for Scopus, we need your ID for Web of Science. If we don't have the IDs, so how we want to make sure that we can, because Scopus and Google Scholar, we can we already get the API and then we integrate with Scopus and Google Scholar, so we don't have to update manually. Alright, so instance yang kita update manually sekarang hanya adalah hash index was. Alright, so this one kita berharap we are working on to make sure that this one is akan update automatically. Alright, so this one is update automatically. But after this, I want all of you in Kedah, go to your expert UiTM, go see your hash index. Alright, if you find out that your hash index is not updated or is 000, please contact Azlin and then make sure that Azlin will get all your IDs. Alright, alright. So tadi Azlin ada share dengan saya. Alright, Azlin, can I share the information with all of them?
Boleh, Puan.
Boleh, alright, okay.
Itu untuk Kedah sahajalah.
Alright, so untuk Kedah saja tu. Where did I put the information? Okay, let me see. Where do I put the information? pula saya letak tadi? Sekejap
Atau Ayu nak, Puan Ayu nak saya share kan?
Sharekan boleh? Mana saya letak tadi? Lupa dah.
Okey, Puan Ayu.
Okay. Alright. So, as you can see here, alright, okay, data profiling. Okay, last year, I already asked all my coordinators to cooperate, to collaborate with all the UiTM researcher to make sure that you can help us to fill up the form that provide, especially in Kedah, we have Azlin, and then as you can see at the data right now, all right, we have 304 researcher. We can see researcher in Kedah, but they receive only 26, correct? Right, Azlin, 26?
Yeah,
26
true.
only that reply to Azlin. All right, so that 26 people that reply to Azlin about their IDs in Google Scholar, Scopus, and also WAS. All right, so how you want to make sure that your H index in expert is going to be updated if we don't have your IDs. All right, so sometimes what we can do is we try to search your name. We search by name. We search your name in Scopus, in Web of Science, and in Google Scholar. All right, but sometimes we come across a different kind of problems, which is the affiliations. All right, we have having problem with the affiliations. Sometimes it is not UiTM. It makes we come across. Sometimes we also receive problems like one name with the two IDs, right? Sometimes, and then the publication, it is not merged yet. All right, so now after this, go and search for your name in Scopus and Web of Science, and also you need to create your profile in Google Scholar so that you can identify your names in that particular platform. Right, sometimes ada juga yang perasan, why is it my name have two in Scopus? Alright, which one yang betul kan? Alright, so that's why we encourage you to help Azlin to collect all the IDs. Alright, once we have the IDs, so it's going to be automatically updated here. So every time you nak kenaikan pangkat ke, you want to see all the profile and everything, so it's easy. It's already updated. So this one, Azlin don't have to key in like 42, 39, 48, no more. All right, because once you get the ID, it's all going to automatically. All right, except the WAS. WAS, we are working very hard to make sure that we are going to get automatically update. But currently, these two only yang updated lah. All right. So, okay, let me see. Let me show you one. Okay, since we, why is it like this? Okay, let me show you one example. Since we have Dr. Ali just now, so we try to search him in Scopus, for example. All right. So as you can see here, all right, this is Dr. Ali and Jawad. All right, we have like Jawad like in different affiliations. So you have to make sure that this is you, this is your document, and this is your H index. All right, so as you can see here, all right, if you find out that you have like two different affiliation, all right, two different accounts, please make sure that you contact Elsevier or Clarivate to make sure that your account will be merged and also your publication also will be merged. All right, so this is how the IDs that you want. All right, this is IDs that you want. All right, so help after this. I believe that Azlin, you akan email semula ya?
Yeah, we'll email also.
Yeah, okay. Help
Yeah.
Azlin, cooperate with her to make sure that if you don't have IDs, okay, you just stated that you don't have IDs. Okay, sometimes you don't have like Scopus. Definitely, you need to have a publication first, right? Once you have the publication, then only they can provide you the Scopus ID. But in Web of Science, you need to create. You need to register to create, and then they are going to provide you the researcher ID. All right. Now they mix. Now they merge with Pablons already. No, so no problems. All right. So they are using one IDs, which is researcher ID lah. Okay. So please make sure that you cooperate with Azlin. Provide your IDs, contohnya Google Scholar. Right. Whoever didn't have any Google Scholar profile, please sign up one. Please sign up one so that you can have see this one. This is an example. All right. So we need your ID. We need your ID so that it can be automatically updated. All right. So kita nak try to. Why is it very important to get the IDs? Is for you so that you can know your IDs, and also we want to reduce the number, the human touch of that particular data. So kalau tak ada like manual key in, so it's definitely is going to be true, and then because it's already it is auto update. All right. So I hope that one is very clear already. All right. So I assume that all UiTM's researcher in Kedah will cooperate with our librarians to collect all the IDs so that all your H-index will be appear automatically. All right. So help us to help you. All right. So I hope that one is very clear. The thing that I want to share to you today. So in Prime, so any publication in Prime are going to be in here, your publications. You click publication, so everything that you already registered in Prime is going to be extract in here. It's going to be here lah. All right. Your index publication, how many, and also other publications. All right. So this is just one stop center. It's easy for you to look for your H-index and your publications. Okay. Right. So actually for peranan kita, this is our peranan. All right. The first one is H-index. All right. And also this one is publication lah. All right. The one that you registered in Prime. I hope the one is very clear. All right. So I hope by it's already 12:17. All right. Sorry, I'm taking too much time already. All right. So I hope by my taklimat today will help you a lot to understand and you get clear versions of how to register your publication in Prime. All right. And also how we integrate with other system in UiTM, how we communicate and everything. As I mentioned earlier, please make sure you separate the different system with the different owner. All right. Because of we have our jurisdictions, all right, because I am not my ATP's PIC, so I don't have any jurisdictions there, all right. So, and also the UiTM's expert part, all right. So I hope that you can help us to provide us with your ID so that we can update automatically for you, all right. Okay, I think that's all from me. Azlin, ada question kan daripada dari dalam chat?
Okey Puan Ayu, so far tiada lagi soalan lain yang hadir pada sesi kita pada pagi inilah. Maka Puan Ayu ada apa-apa tambahan ke?
Alright, okay, tak ada apa-apa tambahan, but it's just that thank you for all your participations. Thank you to all the researcher in Kedah. Alright, so I believe that this is a recorded version. Dia ada dekat Facebook kan, dengan YouTube. So you can play again and again to understand on how to register your publications. All right. So looking forward to meet to all of you again. All right. Because of from time to time we want to improve prime from time to time, and also please make sure that you register your publication as soon as possible, because we want to kita tak nak ada berlaku banyak sangat lambakan di bulan Oktober and November, so that kita dapat verify your publication as soon as possible. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you Azlin and team for organize this and ILD di Kedah. Thank you for organize these sessions. I am so sorry if I am not going to answer all the question immediately, and also sometimes I need a decision. I cannot make a decision. I need to refer to RMC as the owner of the system, and also any penambahbaikan suggestion you can directly go through RMC. Okay, insyaAllah.
Okay, Puan Ayu. Okey, Puan Ayu, terima kasih banyak-banyak atas penerangan dan penjelasan yang amat padat tadilah. So kita pun ada perubahan dari semasa ke semasa. So kami pihak koordinator di Cawangan selalu juga dan sering kali mengganggu Puan Ayu lah untuk refer setiap perubahan yang ada. InsyaAllah pada petang ni saya akan emailkan semula dan panjangkan semula email berkaitan dengan link ID yang perlu pensyarah-pensyarah isi untuk data profiling kita, untuk keperluan anda sesuai UiTM. So saya ingin mengucapkanlah jutaan terima kasih kepada penyelaras prime kita iaitu Puan Siti Rohayu atas jemputan, kesudian menerima jemputan ni Puan Ayu sentiasa tidak menolaklah sekiranya kita menjemput beliau, serta terima kasih juga kepada pihak ILD UiTM Cawangan Kedah dan semua yang hadir pada pagi ini. So saya sudah dengan serangkap pantun yang ikhlas dari Salam ke Sungai Sedani melalui webinar kita berdua. Terima kasih ilmu diberi dan dikongsi. Semoga manfaat buat semua. So akhiri dengan program ini dengan tasbih, kafarah dan surah Al-As. Okey, terima kasih untuk semua yang hadir. Alhamdulillah selesai. Puan Siti Rohayu, jumpa lagi kita di lain sesi. Terima kasih semua. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera.
Terima kasih. Jumpa lagi. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.